You are considered trespassing. They must have got their ass too.
For what?
Or somebody else did.
That's a weird thing.
Right? I mean, it's flashing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't miss it. It's like, oh, I never saw the sign. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they can't get away with that one. Good early morning from Florida. Drive-in was super foggy. It's cool, but not cold. Boys just about done with warm-ups. Take on this Boston Advantage team. Ready to see their jerseys. Unmistakable color choice. Definitely an interesting color combo for the opponents. As soon as Wes and I landed yesterday, we had to go straight to Pier Hockey. That was not a close drive. He needed a new stick. He had one broken in practice the night before, so that was a fun way to start the trip. But he got what he wanted. We were lucky to have the right one for him, so we'll see how it goes. Not gonna be a long period, unless it's halves. I didn't look at the rules. We're gonna get Skog, Ty Skog in net to start. We're pretty on top of the rink here, but we got the we're switching sides, so yeah, I guess we're playing halves. Nothing like non-traditional hockey in a non-traditional hockey market. All right. So you see the yellow and baby blue Boston Advantage now. Puck off about to begin. Get Reynolds out there with Arnold and Kitchen. Hawk and Grimm starting in the D end. Grimm tries to get it to Arnold. Gets around one man. Gets it into the zone. From the corner, shot deflected behind the net by the netminder. Reynolds picks it up far side. Goes up the wall to Grimm. Grimm, shot. Hits Kitchen, I think, in front. He tried everything he could to get out of the way. And the rebound nabbed by the goalie and held for a whistle. Kitchen took some of that shot. As he limps to the ice. He's going to get that stretched out, I'm sure. Line change. We'll get Duncan out there with Scott, Goo, Bombino, and Springer. Bombino unable to keep it in the zone. Has to retreat back to his own end. Springer gets back to it, but it's an icing.
Tell me what the time is on the clock.
Yep. 7.
87.
Something 7.
Equals 7.
Okay. Tell him he can text me directly. Puck comes to Bombino. Goes across ice, but the pass is intercepted. Boston advantage shot. Skog with the glove save and held. We'll get a face off to his left. Stars will make a wholesale change. I'm going to bring out Tang, Dietrich, Richardson, Palmer, and Brandon. Dietrich leans in for the draw to Skog's left. Boston advantage wins the draw up the wall. Puck goes to the near corner. It's going to get picked up by Palmer. Gets it up the wall. Richardson is able to work it to Dietrich. Dietrich skates through center. Gets it into the zone. Tries to drop past centers. Oh! Tang gets a shot. It trickles through the goalie's legs and just wide. Brandon tries to hold his man along the boards, gets that puck. No icing. Palmer in his own zone. Gets it behind the net. Dietrich comes in to help. Palmer goes down with forecheck of Boston advantage. Richardson's going to be able to get it to Tang at the blue line. Tang gets it in deep. He'll go for a change. Advantage goes D-to-D in their own zone. Burton is out there and pressures. He's got Plumoff with him and Deloach. Tries to get the puck back to Deloach. Grimm shot. Tipped just wide. Burton uses good body position there for a second and loses an edge. Not able to keep it in. Boston advantage puts it in deep. Picked up by Grimm, trying to catch Boston in a change. Gets it to Deloach, who chips it in deep, no icing. Stars will make a change there. Hits Grimm in the thigh, and Boston puts it in. Those Zamboni doors look dangerous for sticks. I don't like that. Arnold trying to get it out. Kinchin intercepts, but can't connect with Arnold at center. Boston puts it back in. Springer to get it, sends it around near boards. Stars trying to get it out along the wall. Boston works it down low, backhand. Easy one for Skog, rebound. I think Skog got across with a save on that one. In tight chance for Boston. Kinchin will finally get it out of the zone. He's got Arnold with him. But loses it just inside the blue line. And Bombino works it to Arnold. Arnold chips it in. Starts making changes. Boston tries to catch him in it. He'll chip it in deep. Palmer's got one on his horse, but it's an icing. Yeah, I think they got that one wrong. So that'll bring the face-off into Boston advantage zone. It's going to be Duncan out there with Scott, Goo, Brandon, and Palmer. Duncan's going to take the draw. Pushes it forward. Gets directed into the corner. And goes back around behind the net. Brandon to pinch. Keeps it in. Duncan centering. But not able to connect with Scott. Boston brings it in. Palmer going to the net. Shot's going to go wide into the near corner. But it's an advantage for the Stars. Duncan gets it, chips it in. Goes around his man. Gets it behind the net. Still has it there. Boston has numbers. They'll work it to center. Palmer back. Good stick there by Palmer. Breaks that bed up. Duncan on the back check. Puts a pass right into the legs. Comes to Palmer. Palmer trying to get it out as that puck was bouncing. Shot. Saved by Skog. Goes to Hawk on the far side. And this should be an icing against Dallas. And it is. We're going to face off to Skog's left here in just a second. Dietrich takes the draw. He's out there with Tang, Richardson, Hawk, and Grimm. Good block there in front. Stars run working out. Tang has it blow off a stick. Hawk tries to get it in. Boston will skate through center. Shot deflected just wide by Grimm's stick. Rebound off the side. Skog's on the line. Tang, he's going to skate it out. Tries again to connect on the pass. Dietrich's going to get to it. Gets it in. Onside, goes around the far side. Deloach fresh off the bench. Forces Boston to change direction. Ooh, and Dietrich and Richardson collide, or Plumhoff, or sorry, Deloach, sorry. Figure out who I'm looking at. Springer has the puck. Deloach is able to get out of the zone. It looks like the puck got heavy and the Stars unable to move it. Bombino working through center, but he's overtaken by Boston. Springer keeps it out. Plumhoff, near wall, chip to Deloach. Deloach tries the backhand pass to Plumhoff. Plumhoff's going to pick it up in the corner. Looking to center it. Goes up the wall to Springer. Springer reverses, throws it towards the net, goes behind. Sorry, not sure why we lost the feed there. Stars were just in offsides there. They got a change out of it. Brandon now out there with Palmer, Riedel, Reynolds, Drew McKinchen, and Jack Ronald out there in the forwards. Palmer pinches along the wall, comes to Kinchen. Keeps it in for a moment, comes right back to him at center. Fans on it, is able to recover and gets it to Arnold though. Arnold will put it in deep. Palmer along the near wall, forces Boston to reverse course. It comes to Kinchen. Kinchen, high shot, blocked in front. Boston not able to get it out. It's going to come to good bounce off the wall. Boston has far side shot. An easy save for Skog. He'll hold on to it. Get a whistle.
I'm about to use this. Go for it.
Especially near
Yeah, right here.
Okay, right.
everyone has to.
Face off Skog's left. Shot goes just wide. Scott's out there with Duncan. Goo. Looks like Hawk and Grimm are the defensemen. Duncan on the far side. Puts it behind for Goo. He takes direction centers, and shot goes just wide by Scott. Duncan in the near corner, goes up the wall to Hawk. Hawk trying to get it towards the net, but barely get it to the face-off dot. Boston transitions through center. Shot, stick save by Skog. Rebound picked up by Hawk. It's going to be Duncan. Works it up to Scott here in front. Scott delays, blue line to Hawk. Hawk centers the two. Oh, just couldn't get the good shot in front. Still trying. Oh, and it bounces all the way to Springer. Good opportunity there for the Stars, just not able to find a good handle. Springer from behind his net. Connects with Tang at the blue line. Tries to get it to Richardson, but it comes back to the blue line. Now Tang at center. Gets it in. Puts it behind the net. Springer unable to hold. Comes to Bombino at center. He throws it right Bombino at center. He throws it right back in. Richardson, near wall. Loses the puck though, and Boston has numbers. Boston keeps it in. They're going to work the cycle here. It's going to be taken by Tang, though. Gets it to Richardson. Richardson with Burt beside him. It's going to be broken up, though, by Boston. Stars comes to Brandon, but he puts it in. That was offsides. No call. Stars get it, keep it in though. Palmoff takes it along the wall. Boston playing perimeter keep away right now. Stars trying to get possession. Burton battles in the near corner. Taken by Deloach. Goes up to high to Palmer. Palmer. Shot. Takes a little too long to get that shot off. A roughing call coming up here against, I guess, Boston. Roughing. So Stars get a chance at a power play. Reynolds takes the draw. Goo picks it up right off the draw. Works the wall behind. Crusher. Keeps it in. It's going to be Arnold on the far side. And Reynolds gets it to Goo. He's going to go up high to Hawk. Works it across to Scott. Centers. Arnold. Shot. Scores. Stars strike first on the power play. Jack Arnold with the goal there in front. Off the face-off, got Duncan, Kinchin, Deloach. Shot tipped on to net by Springer, and Skoggs got it with the glove. Stars will make a change. Everybody but Duncan. I'll bring a Scott, Goo, Palmer, and Brandon. Duncan forces the face-off out of the zone, or Boston won it. Couldn't tell. They'll work through center, put it in, but Palmer blocks it. He's going to go to the near wall, up to Scott. Scott trying to find it in his skates. Gets it into the zone. Duncan chases. He's got Goo for support. Boston will chip it out all the way down, not just far enough for icing as Brandon gets to it. So off the face-off, it's one to Hawk. He's out there with Tang. He's got to chase the puck back into the neutral zone. Out there, Grimm as well. Richardson and Dietrich. Puck is in the Stars' end. Tang battles to get it up out of the zone. He does. But Boston has control. Let's get to the near wall under pressure by Dietrich. Hawk, good pressure. Forces a turnover. It's going to be Richardson who skates it into the Boston zone. Sidesteps a hit, gets it in deep. Backhand pass to Dietrich. Shot, side of the net. Rebound in front. Springer's shot just missed wide. And we get a whistle. Penalty's getting called. Oh. Not sure what it was, but face-off comes to neutral. Burton leans in for the draw. Plum off to his right with Deloach on the left. Springer and Bombino out there as well. Stars will get it in. Plum off to pursue. Boston goes around behind the net. Bombino keeps it in. Deloach comes in for support. Still has it. Near side. And then gets checked right at the face-off top. Springer. Shot is blocked. Trickles out to center for Bombino. Goes to the far wall. Burton gets to it, puts it in deep. Boston goes it around. Bombino pinches. Centering, but not able to connect with Burton. Then on a chance to try to keep it in, Stars clear it on themselves almost. Boston gets a shot. Skog gets a save. Come off. We'll chip it to center. But Boston will put it right back in far side. Picked up by Springer. Trying to get it out. He falls down. Chance for Boston. Shot. Saved by Skog. Goes just wide. Springer battling in the corner. Boston shot from the point. Glove save and held by Skog. Solo went all the way in. Face off Skog's left. It's going to be taken by Reynolds. He's out there with Arnold. Kitchen. And Boston fans on a shot. Kitchen jumps on it. Just skated up. Gets through them all. Backhand. Mid. Loose. Rebound. Got hit by Arnold. Comes to Palmer. Shot towards the net. Oh, he just missed wide. Brandon holds it on the far side. Arnold gets it back to Brandon. Brandon shot. Tipped in front by Boston. Kitchen gets to it in the corner. Throws it behind. Chipped out of the zone. 2-on-1. Palmer back. Shot. Skog with the kick save in the near corner. And it's going to be Arnold. Has time, space, and a lane. Slap shot. That goes just wide. Kept in by Kitchen on the far side. Reynolds behind the net. He's outnumbered. Puck comes to the near wall, but Hawk keeps him deep. Good forecheck here by the Stars. Shot towards the net. Chance. Goo just not able to lift it. Scott in the corner. Centers. Oh, and Goo just misses. Duncan leaves it for Grimm. Far wall. Chips it deep. Scott there gets it. Tries to get it to Grimm, but Boston gets it, clears it down. This isn't going to be far enough for icing.
Go!
Boston making a change. Duncan gets it, brings it all the way back into the Boston zone. And Goo hit. Questionable. Springer keeps it on the far wall. Goo just pounding him in the corner. Comes up to the Hawk. Shot. Blocked in front by Boston, though, to the near corner. They'll put it off the glass. Hawk will cover at center. To Springer, who puts it right back in. Stars make a change. Boston tries to take advantage of it. Shot. And Skog sees it, gloves it, holds it, gets the whistle. For the face-off, we've got Dietrich out there with Richardson, Tang. The D pair will be Springer and Bombino. Makes it to center just briefly, and Boston puts it right back in. Bombino under pressure near wall. Puck gets directed to the far side. It's going to get picked up by Tang. Tang connects with Richardson, but he has to just deflect it. Boston puts it right back in deep. Bombino to recover behind Skog. He's under pressure. Boston gets it. Centers it. Springer off the near wall. Gets it out. Oh, delayed offsides here. No instant offsides. That's good. So it sounds like you can ice it on a PK. And there's delayed offsides. But we're playing two halves. Boston works it into the Star zone. Springer keeps him wide. Goes into the corner. It'll be Dietrich. Gets it in deep. Stars are going to make a change. Deloach, fresh off the bench, goes to pursue. Palmer here on the near side. God. Apparently the puck hit the net, gets the whistle, comes back into the Boston zone. Burton takes the draw. Looks like Boston wins it though. Plumhoff out there battling. Boston chips it to center. It's going to be picked up by Brandon. Goes up the near wall. It's intercepted though. Boston puts it back to Brandon. Brandon unable to connect. No offsides. Brandon behind the net. Palmer. Palmer sends it around. It's going to be Plumhoff. Can't get it out. Burton comes over to support. They'll get it to center. Touch pass to Deloach. Deloach enters the zone. To Burton. Oh, just can't connect. Deloach shot. Just saved there. That gets some post off to save. Plumhoff gets leveled from behind. Shot. Puck goes up out of play.
Better. I know there's more in there, though.
Okay.
At least 10% better.
I was trying. I'll be real good by the end.
So that puck gets deflected out of play. No call on the Plumhoff cross check to the back. And then I don't know what happened to Deloach. He was on his back or something too there. Got knocked down. Anyways, Arnold, slap shot. Save. Oh, that was a block. 2 blocks off of that by Boston. Grimm from his own zone. Unable to connect. Ends up icing it. That'll bring it all the way down to Scott's left.
Go Stars!
It's going to be Reynolds out there with Kinch and Arnold. Hawk and Grimm comes all the way down to the Boston end of things. Arnold's going to get it on the near wall. Tries to put it down for Reynolds, but it's intercepted. Boston brings it in, but surrounded by Green. Arnold trying to work around the boards to Hawk. Boston works up to the point. Shot through traffic, but Skog sees it again. All the way right to the glove. Makes the save and holds it. Still slightly recovering from crap from Chicago, as far as my voice goes, but should be all right. Duncan's out there with the draw. Scotty's able to chip it to the center. Scott with Goo to the middle. Not able to connect with Goo's going to get it behind the net. Paul tries a backhand pass to Scott. Comes to Bombino. Bombino. Shot. Kicked. With emphasis. Springer. Oh, shush. Duncan trying to stick handle, but turns it over. Good stick by Springer. Breaks that entry up. Forces Boston to come back into the neutral zone. Pass across, intercepted by Springer. Yeah, way off sides. He lost the puck just at the blue line, and everybody else is trying to stay ahead of it.
Go Green!
Go Stars!
Go Green!
Neutral zone draw. We'll get Dietrich, Richardson, Tang out there with Palmer and Brandon. Richardson gets some attention here in front. Boston goes D to D in their own end and back again. Starts forecheck, keeping them from getting too far. Tang, but Dietrich was way deep offsides. Stars make a change. They're going to get Reynolds, Arnold, Kinchin out there with Grimm and Hawk. Up comes to Grimm. Goes it to the near wall. Arnold puts it in. Reynolds skates it behind. Cuts the middle. Tripping call coming. Grimm shot. Save. Rebounds off to the side. Gets directly behind the net. Boston touches it. That'll be a tripping call. The Stars will get another power play. 3-3 on the clock. Reynolds take the draw. Goo to his left. Arnold to his right. Hawk and Scott remaining the blue line. Goes behind. Goo centers, but there's nobody there. Scott from the near wall goes up high to Hawk. Hawk across to Goo. From the far circle, shot. Save held. And Arnold, sorry, that'd be Reynolds getting some attention there in front. No change on the lines. Reynolds leans in. Reynolds wins the draw. Goo works up high to Hawk. Hawk across to Scott in front. Tries to center. Boston is able to force the Stars to the neutral zone. Hawk goes far side to Goo. Goo trying to find some space. Chips it. And Reynolds proceeds the puck into the zone. Stars are offsides on the touch. Stars make a full change. We get Kinchin, Duncan, Deloach out there with Springer and Grimm. Puck comes to Springer. Goes across to Grimm. Grimm gets it up to Duncan, who chips it in. Kinchin to go after it in the corner. Kinchin centering, but broken up to Duncan. Comes to Springer up high. Goes across to Grimm. Grimm shot. Save and held. Stars make a change. We're back to the other power play unit. Reynolds, Goo, Arnold, Scott, Hawk.
I say that all the time.
Reynolds leans in, wins the draw, but Boston takes it, sends it to neutral. Scott's got to get all the way back to his own end. Does a couple of jukes. Is able to get up to Goo. Goo skates through center. In onside this time. Skates wide. Shot. Save. And then batted into the corner by Boston. Arnold gets around the wall. Goo fires it around. Hawk is able to keep it in front of the bench. Twisted there, gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds, shot. Save. Boston's able to clear it to center. Hawk here in front. 16 seconds on the penalty, but Boston has a chance shorthanded. And on Skog, shot, save, Skog. Keeping that shorthanded bid out. Still a chance for Boston, no shot. Skog with another save, up out of play into the netting. And Skog backstops the boys. Shorthanded with 4 seconds left in the penalty. Kinchin's out there, takes the draw with Deloach. Duncan. Grimm and Springer together. Boston has the advantage of it. Right now, shot to Skog, blocker saved in the near wall. Stars not able to get it out. Boston still has it in the near wall. They work it up high. Shot wide. Rebound goes to the far corner. Kinchin gets it. Bobbles it, but he's able to get to center. Just can't drag it across the blue line with him. Kinchin gets it, fires it on net. Saves direct to the corner. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Oh, and Duncan throws the hit and misses. And behind everybody, Boston tries to take advantage of it, but bounces over the stick onto Skog. He gets it, stops it. So face off to Skog's right. Dietrich takes the draw. He's out there with Richardson, Tang, Palmer, and Brandon. Brandon on the far side battling. Sends it around to the near side. Palmer to go after it. Richardson there. Palmer gets it up and out. Dietrich skates it up with Tang. Through the middle. Tang trying to get it to Dietrich. Oh, shot. Save made. Very good play by the Stars, but what a save by the Boston goalie. That's his own draw. One by the Stars to Springer. Springer chips it across, trying to connect with Deloach. Sitting around behind the net for Plumoff. Less than 10 to go, and Plumoff gone down. Burton battles for it. Plumoff gives them back. Boston will send it around the boards. That'll be the end of the first half. Stars 1, Boston advantage 0. Second half to begin. Boom, done. Reynolds, Kinchin, Arnold out there with Grimm and Hawk. Stars win the face-off, goes to Hawk. Brings it his zone, goes D to Grimm. Grimm chips it up to Kinchin. Tries to get it into the Boston zone. Reynolds helps facilitate that. Behind the net, Arnold. Goes up to a shot. Attempt is blocked. Breakaway chance for Boston. Skog waits. Shot. Score, Boston. On the block shot. Ties it at 1. We'll get Duncan, Goo, Scott out there on the draw. Springer and Bombino. Goo puts it in deep. Boston's able to get it out. There's a hook. Oh my. Now I think Springer's going to get a holding call here. That could have gone either way. Glad the coaches had the advantage there. Yep. I don't disagree with what he's saying. Springer gets a holding call. Could have just as easily been a holding the stick. So Boston with a power play here. They win the draw. We got Dietrich out there with Richardson, Hawk, Grimm. Boston sets it up in the near wall. They'll walk it to the middle. Come back to the near wall. Down low in the corner. Richardson just pounding forward on the far side. Down low, center. That misses by a lot. That goes outside of the zone as that shot is directly up in the netting out of play. We'll get Tang and Deloach out there with Palmer and Burton on the kill. Puck comes to Tang, directs it to Burton. It's going to be Palmer, though, on the far side. Sends it around behind Scobb. Tang tries to get it out, but he's outnumbered there. And then Burton with a good play. Tang able to work it to center. Gets it in as Deloach going to the net with him. Tang shot. Oh, that didn't miss by much. Deloach and Palmer. That's a trip. No call? Nope. We only got other coaches helping. Tang does a good job of getting it back in on the kill. 1:04 to go. Stars make a change. Boston enters the zone. Duncan's out there now with Scott. Shot. Blocked in front by Grimm. Kicked to the far side. Hawk breaks that up for a moment, but it comes right back to him down low. Boston pressure from behind the net. They'll skate it out near side. Goes around the world. Centers blocked by Duncan.
Let's go!
He's going to be able to get it out. And then, ooh, that is the knee. Duncan taken down. Penalty coming up against Boston Scott. Still pressuring, though. But he's the only one down there as the Stars are making a change. But this will even it up with 22 seconds to go. Duncan was able to make it back to the bench. Tripping the call. All right. We are going to run 4 forwards on this 4-on-4. Reynolds, Arnold, Scott, Goop. Goop, near boards, goes up high to Scott. Scott slap shot, tips, save, goes to the corner. Goop keeps it in. He's going to set up, goes up high to Scott. Scott, shot, glove save, held. And a face-off coming in the offensive zone with 5 seconds until Stars go on a power play. Scott will go to the bench and we'll get Hawk. Springer waiting to spring from the box. Goo gets the puck off the draw. Takes it all the way to center, works it to Hawk. Springer to the bench. Scott right back on. Tries to set it up. Puts it in deep. Behind the net. Arnold. Up the wall to Hawk. Hawk walks to the middle. To Goo. Near side. Shot. Face save. Cleared to the wall, but not out. Reynolds tries to get it to Goo, but it's going to be Arnold. He's not able to connect with Hawk. Foot race. Chance for Boston. Short-handed again. And they score as they beat Hawk to the puck to take a 2-1 lead on the shorty. 2 breakaway goals for Boston. This one short-handed. Stars working up to Deloach. Gets it to Kinchin. Not able to hold it cleanly, though. And because they can ice it on the PK, they do. Skok sets it up behind for Grimm, who's out there with Springer. Long stretch pass. Deloach to Duncan. Duncan cuts. He's got Kinchin with him. Pressured, turned over, though. And backhanded in deep. Grimm to retrieve it. Up the wall, but nobody in green there for it. Power play looking real sloppy right here. 17 seconds to go. Duncan all the way behind his net. Communication is just not there right now for this power play unit. Power play is over. Boston keeps it in the Stars zone. Grimm sends it behind but can't connect to Springer. Boston is all in control right now. Kinchin with a block. Kinchin finally wills it so to Deloach, who gets it into Duncan, who chips it behind the Boston net. Palmer and Brandon on for the defensemen. Got barely any forwards on right now. They're late for the change. And Richardson dodges one there. Brandon behind to Palmer, reverses to Brandon. Gets it up to Tang. To Richardson, to Tang, to Dietrich. Tries to work it in deep. Puck held in by Palmer on the far side. Does a fancy kick to keep it in. Dietrich skates it into the corner. Peels away from pressure. Throws it up the wall, but Palmer wasn't there. Creeping to the middle. Deloach to retrieve all the way to his own zone. Sorry. Palmer. Under pressure, though. And score! Boston finds a gap. Takes a 3-1 lead. And that's going to bring a goalie change. Knapp now in. Stars call a timeout. I'm going to mute for some personal comments. All right, we're going to try this change up here. Burton's out there with Deloach, Plumhoff, Bombino, Springer, and by change up I mean netminder and hopefully some motivation from the bench. Stars pressure in the Boston zone. Gonna work it out though. Bombino reads it, intercepts, but not able to get it in as the Stars were offsides. Plumhoff will chip it in. Burton pressures. Boston sends it around near boards. Picked up by Deloach. Tries to center. Gets deflected just behind the net. Good block there by Deloach, keeping that clearing attempt in. Then he's forced to give it to Bombino. Turns it over, though, to Boston. No instant offsides, though. Bombino from behind his net. Reverses to Springer near side. Springer looking for an option, gives it back to Bombino far side. Bombino with the lane, chips it in deep on net. And Scott pressures in the Boston zone. Boston gets it to center, puts it in deep. Hawk on the far side. Long pass intercepted and put right back into the Stars zone. Hawk will try it again. Far boards. Backhands it up to Scott, who's able to connect with Duncan through center. Duncan into the corner. Loses it. Comes to Hawk in front of the Boston bench. He'll throw it to the near corner, but nobody there for the Stars. This should be an icing. What?
How is that going to ice? You have to do the hash marks. It's NHL. Oh. Like we were lazy in that back.
Gotcha. I didn't read the rule book before the game. Scott with a chance. Rebound. Duncan trying to get it in, but I think the goalie's got it underneath him. I don't.
Call Toronto. Call Toronto.
The puck didn't look like it made it.
Situation room.
Duncan with a good chance there after the icing no call. Apparently it's NHL rules, got to beat him in the hash marks. So somehow the boys didn't know, the coaches didn't know. Now they know. Face off one, Palmer shot blocked. It's Reynolds out there with Kinchin, Arnold. Brandon keeps it in at the blue line. Kinchin handling it behind the net. Stars going to get a penalty here. Brandon touches it. Tripping the call. And Reynolds will sit. $14 minutes and something left on the clock for the second half. 3-1 Boston advantage. Little play there. Bombino, who can ice it, sends it all the way down. Dietrich's out there with Richardson on this kill. Springer is Bombino's partner for now. Boston enters the Stars zone. Looks to set up high. Dietrich pressures. Down low, chance. Knapp, save, rebound. And Knapp is holding the line there. Corrals the rebound and gets the whistle.
Let's go, King!
No change for the Stars. Dietrich leans in.
Go, Stars!
Dietrich wins the draw and puts it up out of the zone. Boston forced to go D to D. And up to the blue line. Bombino watches as they enter the zone. Pass across. Shot. Just wide. That didn't miss by much. Richardson, good play. Ties it to Hook. There calls. Dietrich pressuring. Short-handed shot. Rebound goes to the corner. And the Stars will get it evened out here with 57 seconds. But you stuck it up under his armpit. I don't know what you're looking for there, Coach. So faceoff goes down low, 4-on-4. It'll be Goo and Arnold with Grin and Springer. I really don't know what they're arguing here. You got your call earlier. Goo's going to take the draw. Springer out there with Grimm. Boston wins it behind the net, near boards. Goo keeps it in, forces him to keep it in. And then Boston not able to connect. It's going to be Springer from in front of his own bench. Springer takes it behind his net. Goes to Grimm near side. Luckily connects with Gu at center. Gu enters the zone. Backhand shot. Save. Springer keeps it into Gu. Goes across just out of Arnold's reach though. Arnold battles. And Arnold's going to get the hook here. So 4-on-3. Coming back to the Stars' end of things. Why'd you do that? Coach Carson had a question there for Arnold on his way to the box. Why'd you do that? Stars trying to figure out how many they're supposed to have right now. It's supposed to be 3. So it'll be Scott taking the draw. He's got Hawk out there. Looks like Bombino, I think. Bombino gets it, flips it to center. This will be a good killer of time as it wobbles into the Boston end. Stars get one back, 4-on-4 for 1:01. Boston has it in Stars zone. They intentionally skated out though. Reynolds to pursue. They stretch out Stars, re-enter the zone. Cut to the middle, Bombino stays with them. Boston up high. Pass across. One time coming, shot. Knapp with the save. It's going to be Hawk behind his net. Puck is just not settling down. It is just wobbling like crazy. Reynolds trying to dig it out of some skates. Finally he does, but goes right to Boston, who re-enters the Stars zone. Bombino in the corner. Intercepted by Hawk. But Boston retrieves. Goes up high. Put it around behind. Stars about to be shorthanded for 42 seconds. Kinchin sidesteps the puck. Shorthanded attempt. Cuts to the middle. Wide. No call coming there. Kinchin couldn't get the shot off. Palmer back with Brandon. Or Burton, sorry. Good stick there by Palmer. What the fuck is that? Sorry. Palmer gets a fist in the back of the head, but Stars are able to work to clear it out. Deloach almost intercepts it, gets a stick on it, but it goes out of play. 6 seconds left. The shorthanded Stars. It'll be Duncan and Deloach with Springer and Bombino. Duncan leans in. Deloach tries to cheat it. It's going to be Bombino, gets the puck to Springer. Off the near wall to Deloach. Takes a big bounce. Duncan trying to find a handle. Even strength right now, 5-on-5. Boston has it. Intercepted by Arnold. Cross to Duncan. Duncan fires it, but it's going to be deflected out of play by Boston.
Go Green! Better.
Dietrich leans in. Boston gets it to center. And they're forced back into their own zone. They work it across. Icing the call as Springer beats him to the hash marks this time. So a much needed offensive zone draw upcoming here for the Stars. Down 3-1. Less than 10 to go in this half. Richardson, Dietrich, Tang, Springer, and Bombino. Boston wins the draw though. Throws it around, gets it out to center. Springer able to break it up, get it to Dietrich. Dietrich puts it in behind the Boston net. Tang near boards. Works up to Springer. Springer cross to Grimm. Grimm shot blocked. Tang retrieves it, goes up to Springer. Springer from the line, shot. Nice save there off the blocker, out of play, but a good scoring opportunity for Dallas. Stars making a change. Hawk will join Grimm. Then Deloach, Plumhoff, and Burton. Burton's going to take this draw. Going to try to win it back to Grimm. He wins it to the wall to Deloach. Deloach up to Grimm. Grimm able to just knock it into the middle. Boston's going to skate it out. Boston into the zone, up through the middle. Makes it around Hawk and Grimm. Knapp with the save. Hawk connects to Deloach through center. Chips it in on net. Plumhoff into the corner. Burton battles with him. Trickles up the wall. But Deloach intercepts. Deloach from the side. Shot blocked. Goes behind the net. Reverses. Centers. Palmer. Shot blocked. Deloach. Plumhoff works up the boards to Brandon. Brandon not able to cleanly keep it in. Boston will exit the zone. Brandon back. Palmer in the middle. Shot. Knapp. Glove saved and held. But a defensive zone draw is a long way from scoring for the Stars right now. Duncan wins the draw. Goo pushes it forward. Goo goes off the boards, trying to get around Boston. Gets the puck in the zone. Spins, goes up high. Nope. Shot towards the net. Save. Redirected into the corner. Duncan battles. And it's centered, but Boston intercepts. Takes it behind their net. Goo recovers. Duncan. Stars can't keep it in. Bombino. Gosh. Stars are able to get it in on sides. Springer keeps it in. Puts it in behind the net. Boston sends it around. Springer holds it. Gets it to Goo. But Goo, outnumbered, gets hit. Bombino's back. Springer back checking. Boston turns it over to Springer as he back checks. Springer far side gets it all the way to center. Boston puts it back in. 7-something to go on the clock. Knapp changes directions as that puck comes in front. Reynolds gets it in. Under pressure. Gets it to Arnold. Goes up high to Hawk. Hawk doesn't have a shot. Puts it in deep. Kinchin near side. Reynolds. Grimm pinches, but it gets by. It's going to be Hawk. Moves it to Arnold, who puts it in deep. Oh, boy. The Stars are having a hard time finding the puck. Kinchin, good defense in the hit attempt there. Boston gets it out. Grimm. That's interference. Reynolds through center. Just can't get a step by. Stars making a change. 4-on-3 as Boston enters the Star zone. Brandon chases behind the net. Centering chance. Knapp left alone. And that bid is wide. Palmer works up the boards to Richardson. Richardson goes to Palmer. Palmer. Come on, West. Palmer's bid. Dietrich. Shot. Scoring chance for the Stars, but right into the pads and held. Less than 6 left on the clock here. We're going to get Duncan, Goo, Scott, Springer, Bombino. Yeah, it's like you don't get last change. Should have changed the center. Scott on the far side. Tries to keep it in deep. Goo there battling with him. Puck not moving too much. Then it's going to trickle all the way out of the zone just past Springer. Bombino throws it in. Boston deflects it deep, so no icing. Goo gets to it first, and then gets the race. Duncan across to Bombino. Bombino shot tipped. That just missed wide. Springer from the. Springer drags it way offsides. It's not all the way down. Shouldn't be.
Come on, Stars. Let's go, Paige.
Guess it is. Gonna get Burton, Plumhoff, Deloach with Palmer and Brandon. Boston wins the draw, but Deloach gets to it first. Tries to connect with Plumhoff, but Boston intercepts. This chip past Brandon. Palmer back. Deloach back checking. Centering chance. Knapp gets across for the save. Brandon. Palmer chips it up to Plumhoff. Connects with Deloach. Deloach centers it. Burton just there. Shot. Stick save just wide. Palmer tries to keep it in the zone. Boston has numbers. He ran to the Stars zone. Brandon back. Chance. And score. Boston 4. On a 3-on-1 that developed there quickly.
Let's go, Green!
We're going to get Reynolds, Arnold, Kinchin, Grimm, Hawk. Arnold not able to get it through center. Backhands it to Kinchin, who puts it in deep. Far side, Reynolds on his horse. Boston gets to it first, though. They reverse. Kinchin has to just roll off. Grimm steps up, shot, save, rebound. Ends up behind the net. Arnold works it to Kinchin. Kinchin to the middle. Trickles on net as Arnold battles his way to the front. The goalie has it in a cover and a whistle.
Let's go, Green!
Dietrich wins the draw to Bombino. Bombino in the middle. Richardson couldn't get enough on it. Boston had sticks in lanes. Boston sends it around. It's going to come Bombino. His attempt to keep it in is successful, but then Dietrich throws it to the middle, intercepted by Boston. Tang gets it in deep. Richardson's going to go after it. Far side, Dietrich gets to it, keeps it in. Dietrich, shot. Oh, and a blocker save. That didn't miss by much on the save there by the goalie. Springer battling down low with Tang. Comes to Dietrich. Puts it in behind. Just past Richardson. Bombino, shot. Tip, save. Springer battles to keep it in. Dietrich puts it in deep. Richardson late in the shift. Goo, straight from the bench. Boston clears it. Dietrich sets it up for Springer. Richardson doesn't get out of the zone. Springer tries to get it in, but Richardson is caught deep. So there's your zone draw to be taken by Duncan. Goo to his left, Scott to his right, Grimm, Hawk. Less than 3 to go. Hawk gets it, puts it into the skates of Boston at the blue line. Stars get it in just onside. Hawk keeps it in, directs it towards the net. It's going to be Duncan. Up high to Grimm. Shot, hits Duncan in front. Goo, rebound. Loose. Oh, and Scott can't find it into the net. Grimm, again, shot. Tipped in front. Loose. Scott finds it, scores. Less than 3 to go. Boys can do it here. Certainly works when you get pucks toward the net.
The duck is dying.
We'll get Duncan out there, take the draw again. Goo, Scott stay. That's going to be Palmer and Springer. Puck goes to Palmer, in front of his bench, digs out of the snow pile, chips it in. Boston just clears it back to the near board zone. Picked up by Springer. Springer has it roll off his stick. Has to take it behind his net. Connects with Goo, but not a lot of forward progress. Goes across to Palmer. Palmer's bid attempt intercepted. Shot on net held by Knapp. Duncan gets it to Goo. Goo into the zone. Centered, but Scott's on the wrong side of it. Knapp is on the bench. Reynolds puts it in skates. Goo, far side to Reynolds. Into the Boston zone. Toe drag from the circle. Palmer almost able to keep it in, but he's outnumbered. Boston pushes it forward. Springer behind his net. Less than 2 to go. Springer reverses it to Palmer. Sorry, I still don't have all my voice. Arnold works it to Goo. Goo up to Duncan into the zone. Centers. Tipped on net by Boston. Good blocker save there by the goalie. Comes to Grimm. Grimm. Shot. Just wide. No stick for the goalie. Backhand. Duncan off to the side behind centers. Not able to get it on net. Duncan. Hawk is out there. Leaves it though for Grimm. Shot. Grimm shot. Tipped off the side of the net. 33 seconds to go. Duncan. Goo. Comes to Hawk. Got to shoot it, dude. Hawk reverses shot. Tipped. The goalie is able to retrieve his stick. Actually, one of his defensemen gave him a stick. Good play. And the save's made. 23 seconds to go. Scott's going to take the draw. Kinchin to his left with Deloach. Grimm, Hawk, and Reynolds with Knapp on the bench. Scott doesn't win the draw. Goes straight back. Deloach behind the net to Kinchin. Kinchin tries to center. It's blocked. Puck stays behind the net. Along the wall on the far side. Puck is just behind the net. Reynolds is going to repeatedly cross-check and get called. 5 seconds to go. That'll bring the face-off all the way back into the defensive end. And any push is over with 5-something on the clock. Seconds. So Kinchin to take the draw. So one into the corner. 2 seconds. Stars are going to lose this game 4-2. Tough first game loss for Dallas here. I'm sure between games won't be fun. Eat, hydrate, rest, and hopefully recover and bounce back from this game and just